As we welcome the day, I thank God so much for another grand opportunity to learn, to grow, and to experience. I just want to share something very quickly with you guys. This is some very old school, ancient, vintage knowledge. However, it's about the principle and not so much about the time period. So I selected one of these paragraphs that I really want to try to drive home to my people who are generational curse breakers, who are creating a new standard in your life for the greater good of the whole. So it says, throughout history, among the people who have been respected as the protectors of provinces and prefectures, or have gained fame as good generals, any number have risen from humble circumstances without clan support, that means family support, to accomplish great works. Even now, if you set out from the lesser ranks to establish yourself, it is not impossible to become even a regional commander. So for me, translation, bringing this into a spiritual principle, for those of you guys who have no family support, as a matter of fact, when you are a generational curse breaker, most of your attacks will come from the gene pool, which would be your own bloodline. And that can be very disheartening because it seems as though you have been given such a very difficult terrain, right? So, in these terms, when God has given you orders to go somewhere and to do some things that you've never done or have never been done or seen or witnessed, it will seem very difficult, especially when you are the pioneer of a thing. When you are the trailblazer of a thing, you will deal with the most resistance, the most attacks. You will deal with so much ambushing. It would just seem like a very difficult task to complete. However, even though we deal with these very undesirable cycles in circumstantial situations, I do not want you guys to miss the point when you go through these situations. Understand that this is all for the greater good, okay? The mental strength, the emotional strength, the spiritual strength that you will gain at the end of this thing, even if it doesn't seem like you've gotten the large end of the stick, this will set a precedence for so many to come. And even though these teachings are very ancient and very vintage, a lot of these things are principles that can be applied to your life. And this is a very honorable path. It's extremely challenging. It's heartbreaking. It's gut wrenching. And sometimes it could just be even beyond your own understanding. But I do believe that what God has set up for us, those of us who have been chosen for these things, He knows what He's doing. And His plan is so much more greater than us and even our families and those who don't even understand why they have such a disdain for us, even though what we're doing is a very positive thing due to their addictions and the things that they have decided to surrender to in this world. It's all going to work out. And the things that we do will lead to more higher ranks in the spirit. And of course, we'll deal with more attacks and so on and so forth. But this is a very honorable path. And I thank God every day that He did choose me, because the more I get to understand me and to know me, and the more you get to understand you and to know you, you discover that you are truly a gift, not only to this world, but to yourself. Most of the inspiration and the motivation that you are seeking, you are that. And if you just take a moment to thank God for the gift of you, you will realize that no matter how difficult this life may get, it is an honorable experience. The highs and lows is a very honorable experience. So be thankful.